Let's start. Let me see myself. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Why is it doing that? Okay. So let's start by warming our joints as usual, ankles and wrists. Actually, let's stick our leg out, right? And twist in one direction. And go ahead and switch direction. Whew. And go ahead and point your toes and then your heels. Your toes and then your heels. All right, and then from there, go ahead and bend at the knee and stir your foot. One direction and go ahead and switch direction. Go ahead and keep the knee pointing. Go ahead and straighten, bend at the knee, straighten. I like to point my toes when I'm doing this. Okay, go ahead and put that leg down. Shift to the other side, same thing, straight out. Go ahead and turn one direction, your ankle, and switch. Go ahead and point your toes, and then your heel, toes, heel. Bend at the knee, stir. Go ahead and switch direction. Straighten, bend, straighten. You lay down, go ahead and squat. Come up. Our hips. And switch. All right, shoulders. And switch. Elbows. And switch direction. Clasp your hands. Put forearms together. And go ahead and twist your wrists. And switch. Okay, go down neck. And switch. All right. Okay, we're going to do something a little bit different. I just came up with this idea. There's 2, 4, 5, right? We're going to start out where Michelle will go first, and everybody pin her. So, or if you can follow her, we're going to do these exercises, right? 1 minute where the person has, they can change level, boom, 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 sprawl, high knees, right? So you can go side to side shuffle, but you can fake boom, boom. You can come high knees. You can sprawl. You can sprawl and burpees. But whatever they do, we follow. So you get to teach. Everybody gets to like do 1 minute. So we'll start out with Michelle first. So pin Michelle. And I will get my timer going. If I can find my phone. Okay.
Do you want us to yell out what we're doing or just do it?
Yep. Well, you don't have to. We're gonna have we're just gonna follow you. There you go. 1 minute, not 10 minutes. And I'll have let me get some 90s hip hop. All right. Michelle. Okay, 1 minute. Go, Michelle. Okay.
Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come up, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, monsters of them come. Someone's fucking jump, yo, I'll bust them in the eye. And then I'll take the pumps out, feeling funkin', amps in a trunk, and I got more rhymes than this cops at a junkie. So let's shut up, I got pop from the kids on the hill with my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get down to your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, jump. I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe.
All right, good job. Take a breather. And next is Kathy will Kathy go. So you can pin Kathy if you want. And go, Kathy. Oh, okay.
Jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump, jump, jump. Everybody jump, 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 I never eat a pig 'cause a pig is a better yet. Try to play me up like as if my name was Sega, but I ain't like no punk bitch. Get used to Leo when I might switch it up and around, then buck you down, put out your head and then you wake up in the dawn of the day. I'm coming to get ya, I'm coming to get ya, spitting out lyrics, homie, I with ya. I came to get down.
Good job.
Jump around.
Stop that.
Jump around.
Okay. Go ahead, Karen. And go. All right, thank goodness. Okay. So pin.
Oh, Sue, so we can pin it.
Okay, Jennifer, let's go.
As I look up at the sky, my mind starts tripping, a tear drops my eye. My body temperature falls. I'm shaking and they breaking, trying to save the dough. Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming. I stop breathing. Damn, I see demons. Dear God, I wonder, can you save me? I can't die, my boo-boo's about to have my baby. I think it's too late for praying. Hold up, her voice spoke to me and it slowly started saying, bring your lifestyle to me, I'll make it better. How long will I live? Eternal life better forever. How will I be the G that I want? I'll make your life better than you can imagine or even dream of. So relax your soul, let me take control. Close your eyes, my son. My eyes are closed.
All right, I'll go next. Hold a second.
I'm fresh up out my coma. I got
All
my mama
right,
and my
let's
daddy
go.
and my brothers in my corner. Safe for me to walk again and talk again, but anyway, I get fronted some keys to get back on my feet, and everything that nigga said came to reality. Living like a baller, low, having money and blowing hella chronic smoke. I bought my mama a beat, I bought my boo-boo a Jag, and now I'm rolling in a 9-Triz AL dog brand. Just remember, change your mind, 'cause when you start set tripping, that ass is mine. Indeed, agree, proceed to smoke weed. Never have a want, never have a need. They say I'm greedy, but I still want more, 'cause my eyes want a journey some more. Really though, check it out. Sleep, I pray the Lord, my soul to keep. If I should die, I pray the Lord, my soul to take. No more endo, gin and juice. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the Great Goose, Shacko from head to toe. 25 with an Izzo with nowhere to gizzo. I know them niggas from the other side recognize my
Okay.
double GLB.
Go ahead and take a sip of water. All right. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share. So when you're doing stand up and somebody's got control of either your neck or your head and they're framing, right? And let me show what that looks like when they're framing and holding you up in this manner. That's not what I want. In this manner, right? Where they're hooking either your neck or your head and framing with their forearm against your chest. in that manner. It's really hard, right? It's really hard to kind of come in to grab them, come in to do a takedown, to grab their hips, right? So when you are caught in that position, one of the best counter to that is to do 2-on-1, right? So we're gonna do a drill on that. We've been doing some techniques on that. So I'm gonna go over, and some of you, this is kind of a review, and then I'm gonna add on to what we left off last time. So some of you, this is a review, some of you, this is new. So when you have somebody holding you in that manner, you wanna use 2 of your arms against the 1 arm, right? And let me show what that looks like, and we're gonna do a drill on that. So we're gonna go ahead and grab 2 arms, boom, in this, right? And shuck your shoulder, right? But it comes from your foot all the way to your shoulder. So again, don't mind that. So you 2-on-1, and we're gonna shuck, right? So so I'm gonna start with somebody grabbing on my left shoulder. So let's everybody do that. I'm gonna stagger my stance. So if there's a hand grabbing my left side, either on my neck or my head, it's my right arm. I'm gonna cross grip to the hand that's like the wrist right here, right? So I'm gonna cross grip with a C-clamp, right? C-clamp here. And then monkey grip above to the tricep up here, right? So up here. So from here, I'm gonna start, right? I'm gonna use my whole body to kind of release this grip. So I'm gonna start with the leg, right? I'm gonna pivot the foot, knee, hip, and I'm gonna go chuck, right? With the hand, boom. And then I stay down here. And your hand, when you do this, in real life, it's really like you're grabbing at least above the elbow, right? But it's between the elbow and the armpit. You're gonna grab and you're gonna go chuck. But once you do that, you wanna think about shoulders, right? Armpit. You wanna move that hand up because you have more of a leverage if you go up towards like the armpit. So initially you might, do above, like right here in the middle, but you're gonna move your grip all the way here once you get the shucking down. And then you're gonna put the weight on them and walk around, boom, boom, right? So again, cross grip, boom, you're gonna shuck, right? And also, it also helps a little bit if they're gripping you and you're here, C-clamp, monkey grip, right? C-clamp across your chest, monkey grip at the tricep here, and you kind of step to the side a little bit, right? Because in this move, when you land and you get that grip, you want your weight on the back of those shoulders, so you're more kind of towards the back than in the front of them, right? So you're on the side or more towards the back, so you want to kind of get the grip, boom, step aside, and then boom, get that, and then walk around, right? And then on the other side, if they're grabbing on your right, it's your left hand. It's always a cross grip in the chest. So monkey grip here, tricep, right? And then you're gonna step outside of them, boom, chuck, and then stay low because you want to break the posture, and you're gonna move around. So you're gonna do that for a minute, practicing, and I will watch you to do it. So you're gonna switch on your own, side to side, and I may call out some sort of exercise like burpees or sprawl or something like that. Let's do more than a minute, like a minute and a half. All right, so move around. In this one, move around in a common stance, which is like semi-crouch, right? So you're gonna move around and then pretend they grab you on the right or the left, and then break the grip, okay? So get ready, go. Go, boom, boom. Sprawl. And then go back. Sprawl. 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 All right. All right. So that's a really good control to have and to counter that position when they are controlling your neck or your head, right? But so when you're in that position, a very common counter to that is, let me find it, right, is there's one, right? So we're gonna start with the first one. The first one, we're gonna switch just to 2 on 1 on one side, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. So let me show the video, right? So here you get here, right? And a very common thing is your partner will use the other hand now, right? Once you get their hand, they're gonna use the other hand to post. So right there, they're gonna use the other hand to post on your neck, right? And what we're gonna do is let go of the grip, and then we're gonna go 2 on 1 on the other hand now. So it looks like this, boom. And then we go boom, right? So again, post, you're gonna let go and go to the other hand, right? So we're gonna, let's do that together. Right, so I'm here, let's say my left shoulder, I'm gonna get the C-clamp, monkey grip, I'm gonna step outside and boom, I get here. And now my partner is using the other hand to kind of block my shoulders. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm going to the opposite hand. So now my hand is gonna switch from here to here, right? Boom, boom, right? And also my stance. So I'm here and now I'm gonna switch to chest C-clamp grip to here, and then I'm gonna go step aside, right? And now I'm also, look at when I'm doing this, my legs, right? On this side, I'm here, C-clamp, and I'm gonna step outside and move. So it's staggered. Whatever hand that's grabbing the tricep goes in front. So when I switch, I'm gonna switch, boom, and then I'm gonna step out, boom, and my stance will switch, and I'm gonna, right, chuck. So we're gonna do that side to side. Go ahead and practice that for a minute on your own, and I may again call out. So start whatever side, right? So I'm gonna start with my left, boom, I'm gonna step outside, boom. Now in my partner's blocking, so I'm gonna switch my hand grip, boom, and step outside. Then I'm gonna switch, boom, step outside, boom, right? Sprawl. Come back, restart. Sprawl. Sprawl. Good job, right? So that's one way that you could just switch to the other side. Another counter that happens is they will block and then pull the arm out, right? So again, let's see, let me find the, okay, share. So another option is, that your partner, once you get 2-on-1, which is simple and very common, is they post and then pull, right? Pull that trap arm out. So again, that hand goes on the neck or the head, and they pull, right? So we're gonna do that counter, and then we're gonna counter that counter. So so let's say that my right arm is being grabbed here, right? My right arm is being grabbed. I'm going to use my left hand to block. When I do this, I like to block the head, because if you control the head, you really like have a better leverage against your partner. So you can post on the neck or the head. So the head, right? And probably your posture will be broken down because the weight will be on you. So you're down here, right? So you're going to post at the head. And when you do this, two things. You need to you're a lot more powerful if you your posture comes up. So versus here, and you pull here, you're not as powerful. So when you post, right, your posture comes up. So it's up, right? And also, you're not as strong if your leg is in this position, right? You block and you come up, but your leg in this position, you're not as strong. So you want to block, right? Try to stiff your arm with a blocking arm here. You're going to come up, and at the same time, the same side leg will step back, which will give you room. And when you do that and you're pulling at the same time, it's just not your arm that's pulling. It's not just your arm strength, but your whole body, right? So you're here, boom, and look, you're going to come up and step back and pull, right? And so you're in that stance. So let's everybody try that. Let's have step your right leg forward, your right leg arm out, pretending it's being trapped, right? And your shoulder kind of down. So you're going to use your left hand to block out that hand, right? And in reality, it's not going to be this clean thing where you're up and then you pull, right? In reality, it's really like you're going to be circling, boom, 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 and go, right? It's really like jerking, really. It's going to be really boom, 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 and then up. So I want you to give that a try. So posture up, step back, and pull. So give that a try. Yeah. Yep. In reality, you're going to be shuffling, going like in a circle, pulling, right? Switch to the other side if you haven't done the other side. So switch back and forth. Good. Everybody's doing really great. So posture up as you pull out. Posture straight up. Boom. Yeah. All right. Okay. So before we go to how we counter that, let's do a movement together. So I'm going to go ahead and do my stepping my left leg forward, my back leg right in a fight stance, my right leg back in a fight stance. So what I'm going to do is with my leg, I'm going to start with my leg first. I'm going to go step in, right, with the leading leg, step in and slide in, right? So again, you go step, boom, slide in. That's one. Now with my arms and my upper body, what I'm gonna do is from here, right? I'm gonna step in, but let's just do the whole movement. Not only I'm standing here, right? I'm basically in a semi-crouch, right? Kinda. I'm gonna step in, boom. But before I step in, the drill is I'm here, I'm gonna duck a little, kind of like a double leg takedown. I'm gonna duck and then step in. So I'm here, I'm gonna duck, and then I'm gonna step in. So I'm gonna duck and then step in, right? So that's my leg and posture. Now my hand. Let's start just here, your hand in the front. So you're gonna go duck down, step in, and now your hand's gonna go way up, right? Way up. So here, duck down, and then way up. So here, duck down, and then push up, right? So give that a few drill. Good. Really coming in, and almost as if like you're using your shoulder also, right? As you come in. So you're here, your shoulder, and you boom, you want to go, imagine kind of going past them, right? Pushing with your shoulder. Yep. Yep. Okay. Now we're going to counter when they try to pull the arm out, right? So let me share. So this is when they pull the arm out and the arm is straight arm pull, right? They posture up and they just with their straight arm pull out. So when they do that, we're going to go with that momentum and take their back, right? So this is what it looks like. Notice that he's framing and he's already stepped the front leg back and is about to pull, right? And so we're just gonna go with the momentum and boom, come up and go to the side, right? So again, we're here. Sorry, boom. So when they do that, boom, we're gonna go up and go to the side. So we're gonna come here. They're grabbing your left side, monkey grip, C-clamp, step to the side. We're gonna go boom, right, and move our hand up. But now they're pulling. They're gonna pull their hand up. So what we're gonna do is we have this grip here, right? And what we're gonna do is when they're pulling, right, they're gonna be trying to pull. So we're gonna go forward. So we're gonna go, when they do that, we're gonna duck and go forward. So they're pulling, we're gonna duck, go forward, and take the hand, right? So look, the hand is really, it's really monkey grip, right? Your C-clamp here and monkey grip here. When you're ready to go, your hand's gonna shift from here to here, right? So here to here. Let me see if I can find, thought I did a video of that. Hold on a second, let me find it. Oh, okay. So this is what I mean. It's just easier to show a video. So your hand grip will go from the grip here, right? And look, it's gonna shift to boom, right? Because the other grip is more of a grip where you pull. What we're trying to do is we're gonna push. So we're gonna shift the top hand closest to the armpit to now in that configuration. So again, it was here, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and when we're ready to go, we're gonna shift and push in that manner. So we're here, C-clamp, monkey grip. So when we're ready to go, we're gonna go down, forward, and shift and push up, right? So again, I'm here, I'm down, I'm gonna go boom, right? My hand, this hand, sorry, stays there. Okay. So again, C clamp, monkey grip, shift. And when I go, it's this hand that will, and then both hands will go up. You're pushing the hand out of the way and you're coming towards them, right? Once you're here, you're gonna step to the side, to their side, and this will be the hand that's in front of them will go across the belly, and then this hand will go behind the back, and this hand will go ahead and grab the hand that's in front. So again, we're gonna go C clamp, boom, step to the side, here. When they pull, we're gonna go ahead and get ducked down, come in, right? And then wrap the hand, boom, and we're gonna step to the side. So my leg, I landed, boom, here, and my leg's gonna step to the side. My hand's gonna go around the belly, this around the back, and the back hand will support the belly, and you're straddling sideways. Do you have a question, Jennifer?
Yeah, for the push, is it fingers up, fingers down, or is it whatever your preference is?
This hand, yeah, so it'd be like this. So this hand stays as C clamp, and then that will be like this. So it's here, when you're going, boom, really, it's gonna look like that, yeah. So the C clamp stays the same, stays the C clamp. This, right, when they pull, you're just gonna go, as it's pulling out, you're just gonna go, okay, have it, boom, right? So both at the end, ideally, it's like monkey grip, and then when you come, it's 2 C clamp, boom. What I like.
Yeah, but in that video, they have the thumbs up and the fingers down.
Yeah, you kind of turn, boom, boom, turn. So it's kind of like this. I like it. So when they go, it's kind of like you making them bend at the elbow and giving it to their chest like that, pushing against their chest when they're pulling. So you're here and you boom, like that. Oh, you didn't see it. Go boom. And you're gonna go boom, right? So yeah, your wrist kind of turns a little bit, right? Boom, and here. Give that a try. And then step to the side and get your grip around the belly. So from there, it's time, but from there, once you get the back, you could do a takedown, right? You could do a takedown where, look, I'm here on the side, I'm straddling and my partner's right here. And I have the front arm in the belly and the back arm here. I could do a takedown where I turn my head in that direction and this foot just go ahead and, right, because their leg is here and I'm on sideways, I could just trip the leg and bring them down, boom. So there's a takedown from there. And we'll drill that on Thursday and kind of other ways that they counter, because not only are they, we'll learn how to counter if they're actually like, instead of stiff arming, another way that they do is frame. with a bent arm, and that's totally a different escape, and we'll do that on Thursday. Any questions? Yeah, Jennifer, the way he was holding the wrist is different, but I was taught by Letty to kind of like, because when you come in, you hold here, right? Initially, that's how you could control the arm, right? But he has his arm down here. But I was taught by Letty to hold it here, as you've seen in Letty's video. So, but when you go, you can shift here and kind of twist your arm around. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. If there's no questions, I'll hand it over to Karen. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Molly. Yeah, let's take a break for a minute or two, grab some water, come back, we'll kickbox. We're gonna do some combinations with multiple kicks in them. So stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna start again. So let's start with stretching our legs out a little bit, doing some things to prepare for some kicking. So we'll just do a couple leg stretches. So the first one is just a regular couch stretch. It's always really important to get our quads stretched out. So you're gonna find a spot, lay your shin along either a couch or a wall, come up, and then you're going to post your other foot out in front of you. So while you're doing this, you're trying to get this angle a little better. While you're doing this, not even that much, you're trying to tuck your pelvis under. So this is my posted leg. I'm trying to not be here. I'm trying to be here. My posture is upright. My pelvis is tucked like that, pushing forward. If I can't do that, then put your knee a little farther from the couch or the wall so the angle is less intense. And then you're just trying to really think about tipping your pelvis forward, stretching out the front of your leg, front of your hip. Good, switch, other side. Tipping your pelvis forward, making sure you're not leaning forward with your upper body stacked over your downside leg. All right, good. And then let's do the regular hamstring stretch we usually do. So we're going to be in the wide-legged position. We're going to come down 3 depths. So 3 levels of depth. So as you're doing this, keep your legs active, keep your knees pointing up as much as you can. You're trying to lay your chest and belly onto the ground, even if you don't get there, rather than getting your head down, but your back is rounded. So you don't want your back rounding. You want to try to lay your back straight down, getting a better stretch. All right, so come to your first position here. I like to do this Molly thing side to side, work my way into it. Come to your shallowest position that you're starting with. Hang out here for a few breaths. We're going to come to the second position. Think about your muscles pulling you into it. So you're not just like letting gravity pull you into it, but you're using your back, abs to pull you down to your second position. Try to keep your legs active. All right, and then take a deep breath. As you exhale, come to your deepest position for today. All right, come up carefully. And then let's do a side stretch. So you can either grab your foot. If you grab your foot, like I have trouble getting too far open, but it's a good way to work on it. Or maybe you can. But otherwise, you can do this. I think it's probably better to learn to grab your foot by how far you can come sideways. So either way, come to the side. You're stretching out your top side ribs, trying to turn up towards the ceiling. Other side. I know we used to do when I used to do these kind of moves and in yoga and stuff, it was kind of like get the clasp no matter what, but I noticed the clasp poses would hurt me a lot because this one won't, but because I was doing them with bad form. It's better to have good form than get the clasp with bad form a lot of the time. Come up, and then let's just do this side stretch. So you could take your left hand, put it on the back of your right hand, put it in the back of your left thigh and twist back towards your left. And then switch directions. While you're doing this, you are using you're not just letting your arms move you, but you're using your waist muscles. Arms are just a reinforcement. All right, and then let's shake it out, shake your legs out a little bit, and we'll come up to standing. Get it where you can see me. See, maybe like that. We're gonna do a few kicking exercises, just warm up. And then we're gonna do something after this with a chair. You don't have to get the chair yet, but I just want you to be thinking about where you're gonna get a chair. After we do this warm up, then you're gonna grab a chair. A chair for this will be better than the wall because we're gonna use both the top part of the chair and the seat of the chair. But if you don't have a chair, I'll show you what we're doing and you can improvise. So let's do these kicks. So we're gonna start with these. Let's do a minute of these. I'll get my timer on in a second. So we're gonna do these kicks where our hands are posted out. I have one leg back and I'm gonna come up, exhale as I kick. This is a stretch, not a real kick. I'm trying not to let my body bend. I'm trying to just keep my torso, even if I can't kick as high. Don't blow out your hamstrings. This is a hamstring stretch, but go into it gradually. Start a little conservative, build up. So we're gonna do 1 minute on each side. Whichever foot you're kicking with is back. So get set. Let me just do a 2-minute timer actually. We're just gonna go straight through 2 minutes, but it's 1 minute on each side. I'll tell you when to switch. And go. Oh wait, I need that where I can see it. Okay. You're trying to keep your top leg straight. Your bottom leg can also be straight for maximum stretch, but if you need to bend one leg, it should be your bottom leg. So 15 more seconds on this side. And switch. All right, shake it out. Now we're gonna do some variations. No. We're gonna do some variations on that we'll do together on a count. So the first one is kicking across. So if I have my right leg back, then I'll put my left hand out and I'm gonna kick. So don't put this any higher than you can kick. You should feel the kick in terms of your leg should feel kind of effortless. You should be using your abs to lift your leg. So that's something to kind of focus on. That's the feeling you're trying to get to where you're not feeling like, but it just, you're swinging it up, but it's not passive. It's your abs, your lower abs that are lifting it. And definitely don't go any higher than you can, then you can actually kick because you don't want to start, doing stuff like that. You just put a nice comfortable height. So we'll do 10 on each side. So either side you want to start with. So this is opposite hand to opposite foot. And you're hitting with the kind of inside of your foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch, other side, same thing, switch your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then one last kick. Now, if I'm kicking with my right foot, I'm gonna hold my right hand out and I'm gonna circle and kick. So now the outside of my foot is hitting the inside of my palm. So it starts going the opposite direction and then circles around. So get set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same thing, other side. Switch your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so take a break there, grab a chair. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be doing with the chair. If you have a chair, if you don't, you can figure out something to improvise that you can do the same movements with. Looks like everyone's getting a chair. Great. Perfect. Let's see. Psychic drill. For everyone to get their chair. Molly knows this move, so I'll start saying it. So so this one, if you don't have a chair, then you're gonna need to improvise a little bit because we're gonna be using both parts of the chair. So we're really be using it as a chair. Usually we also can do these on the wall. So I'll since I thought you were getting a chair, I'll just show them and you can figure out what to do. So let's start with, we're gonna start with a regular side kick drill. So it's one you can do with a chair or the wall. And so we're just gonna do this drill. We're not gonna do the kick out ending that we've been working on. Get this so you can see my feet when I'm doing it. So I'm gonna be going like this. I'm gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm trying to do this fairly slowly so I can really build the muscles in each part deliberately. When I pivot, notice my standing heel is going to pivot towards where I'm kicking. So if I'm kicking to the right with my right leg, I'm going to pivot my right heel and the bottom of my, my left heel and the bottom of my right foot are both pointing off to my right for me to kick. So 1 minute on each side of those. I'll just tell you when to switch. Get set and go. About 10 more seconds before we switch. All right, and switch, other side. Go right into it. While you're doing these, I'll just mention, we've been kind of focusing a lot on side kicks. Side kicks are a great thing to do in quarantine because unlike roundhouse kicks, they don't need to hit anything for you to practice them. Roundhouse kicks don't work that well in shadow boxing. They really work best when you get, some kind of surface to kick. Side kicks you can just do in the air. They're very, very fundamental to Sancho kickboxing. They're much harder to catch than roundhouse kicks if done properly, and you're in a nice, defensive sideways stance when you throw them. So they have a lot of, that sideways stance is not good for punching and roundhouse kicks, but it's a very safe stance, which is why people kind of default to it when they're kickboxing badly. You kind of see people get really sideways because it's hard. We don't have much of a target here, but that's a good thing about side kicks. Okay, so let's We're gonna practice a couple other things. This one, I think you could do with the wall as well, if you don't have a chair. We're gonna practice some spinning side kicks today. And the first drill we're gonna do to practice them is, go further back. Let's do this. We're just gonna kind of do what we were just doing. We're gonna kick more back. So I'm gonna hold the chair or the wall, and I'm gonna go kick, kick. So I'm throwing alternating back kicks. The thing with the back kick is it's not a straight, I can't do these anymore, straight donkey kicks. My body wants to do it the other way. It's a side kick, but it's not a side kick that goes completely straight sideways. It's going sort of behind me, like at an angle behind me. And this is the angle of the spinning side kick. So I'm just gonna alternate sides. Kick, kick, kick. It's very common to do this kind of walking down the floor with a pad. Kick, kick. So I'm looking over the shoulder towards the side that I'm kicking. Bam, bam. So we're just gonna do 1 minute like that. Let me know if you have any questions as we're doing these. Timer here. Okay, get set and go. So try not to lean forward. That's the nice thing with the walls, you can't. Try not to lean forward too much. Keep as upright as you can. You'll have to lean forward a little. In some traditional martial arts, they lean sideways quite a bit when they throw side kicks because it does make a longer and more balanced side kick, but it's not good in sports that have takedowns because they're much easier to take down if your head is low. All they have to do is catch your leg and tip you up. Good thing to try if you fight a Taekwondo person and you catch their kick. If their head's down. So, okay, good. So the next one, there's two more. The next one is, this is for the spin. So we're gonna, this is a little complicated. It kind of reminds me of the Toreando drills we do with the chair. So I'm gonna step, like here, I'm gonna step my right foot across, and I'm gonna lift my left hand, and then I'm gonna tap my left hand on the chair, so it looks like this, tap. Then I'm gonna step the other side, tap. So I'm like, step, tap. I have to pivot my feet. Step across, pivot my feet, tap with the opposite hand. This is just what the spin is like. Step, tap. So I'm stepping like with my right foot across. I'm pivoting both my feet. My right hand stays on the chair. I'm just putting my left hand on the chair. Step with my left foot across. I'm gonna touch with my right hand. I can't twist as well this way, so my hand left. That's okay. If your hand has to come up, it's all right. It's better if you can even keep it on the chair. You might have to let it go a little bit. That's okay. So you're just gonna do that back and forth. Let's see, everyone try it. Make sure you got it. Yeah, nice. Nice, awesome. Okay, get set and go. All right. Face forward. So to shake that dizziness out before we do one more spinning drill, you're gonna throw on your own count 50 straight punches in the air, making sure to twist your arms. So on your own count, go, 50 straight punches. Elbows down. So when you're done with those, now, and here's where Molly's gonna have to be creative. I think she could use her couch for this. Or you could use a marker on the floor. I'll show you that too, actually. A marker would work fine. You're gonna turn your chair sideways. So it's facing sideways to you. And then we're gonna start, timer yet? We're gonna start squared up. I'm gonna step across, spinning side kick over the chair. I'm gonna step across, other way, spinning side kick over the chair. Kick, come back, step, kick. So I start facing the chair, I'm gonna spin. Another way you can do it completely, actually that'll work fine too, if the couch isn't a good target, is you could just put, I have this baseball bat, you could put a belt on the floor, you could put any target on the floor. That's a great common Molly move anyway, that I like. Same thing, marker. It won't test your height of the kick. Yep, you got the chair. So we're gonna do that for 1 minute. So 1 minute, alternating. If you are having trouble with alternating and wanna do same side and then switch, I'll tell you when we're at 30 seconds so you could switch. So get set and go. You can start in your stance or you can start in a squared up stance just for the purpose of the drill. As you're doing this and keep going, one thing to think about that the chair helps with is that you should retract your kick on the same exact path that it came out. It extends and retracts in the same path. That way if someone catches it, you pull it, it yanks right through back through their catch. Okay. All right, so you can put the chair away, grab a sip of water, and then we're gonna do some combinations incorporating spinning kicks. Let's see. We're gonna do. By the way, this doesn't seem to be happening, but I think people are probably in earshot. I meant to say before we started that during Molly's half, my internet crashed for a second. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to be unstable, so I think it was just a fluky thing. But on the odd chance that I crash and disappear, then just keep doing the drill till I come back. I don't think, I'm crossing my fingers that was just the connection seemed fine otherwise. Okay, so here's the combination we're gonna work on. This at an angle where you can see. So we're going to throw jab, cross, hook. When we get to the hook, I'm very sideways. So jab, cross, hook, and from here, I'm not gonna retract the hook. I'm gonna leave the hook out. I'm gonna throw a side kick, a lead side kick, left. And then I'm gonna put that kick down and I'm gonna throw a spinning side kick. So it's gonna go jab, cross, hook, lead side kick, spinning side kick. Yep, exactly. So jab, cross, hook, I'm sideways. I've turned extra sideways because, and when you do your lead kick, you can do it one of two ways. You can go jab, cross, hook, and just lift it and kick, or you can do a step behind. We've practice that a little bit. Step, kick. So that's another way you can do it. Jab, cross, hook, step, kick, and then kick. Or you can just lift it. Jab, cross, hook, kick, kick. You're gonna come down in your reverse stance. So I want you to throw southpaw jabs back out of range. Once you're out of range, then you can just sort of, you're not gonna just drop everything and be like, I'm done and switch. You're out of range. You're in a safe place now to just gradually work your way back to your stance. If you've been practicing stance switches in Jamal's class or in the advanced class, advanced kickboxing class, you can do it closer in range, from here, if you know how to switch stance in a kind of a strategic way where you're not off balance in the middle of it. But otherwise, just jab out, jab, jab, southpaw jabs, move around, get back to the stance. Jab, cross, hook, side kick, spinning side kick, jab, back to my stance. It's pretty safe to switch stances this way. Like if you end up in the wrong stance and you're out of range, it's pretty safe to kind of square up for a second, kind of work your way back. It's not very safe to do that because imagine you're really close to them and you're doing that. You're here and you're going, you're very open for a second. But if you're out of range and know they're not about to fly in at you, you can do it. Okay, so get set. So we're doing a 2-minute round of that. If you want to put in anything in between, throw some jabs in between, that would be a good idea. Any other shadow boxing you want to put in between is great. Otherwise, you're just working on that combination. Get set. And go. All right, nice. Throw, so now again, throw 50 straight punches at your own count, go. Elbows tight. Okay, so now we're gonna spin the other way. So we're gonna do, we're gonna throw a fake. So it's gonna look like this. We're gonna start with the same punches, jab, cross, hook. But now I'm gonna take my right leg and I'm gonna throw, so I wanna throw my left spinning kick. So to do that, I need to step across here, but that's a pretty awkward thing to do. Sometimes you do it from squared up like we were doing on the chair. Because like if you're following someone along the edge of the ring and they're kind of in trouble, you can kind of bring the leg up, square up a little bit as you're moving sideways. Can be a little safe to do, but here we're just gonna do it from our stance. And so how are we gonna get this left or this right leg up? Jab, cross, hook. I'm gonna step it up this way. This is a way of throwing a fake roundhouse kick. It looks like a roundhouse kick to the leg. So I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna be jab, cross, hook. I'm gonna step out a little bit with my lead foot. I'm gonna stomp, bam. As soon as this hits the floor, I look over my left shoulder, kick. Now I'm gonna come out in my same stance. This is a really good fake, especially if you throw a lot of jab, cross, hook, right, roundhouse kick, which everyone does. Jab, cross, hook. Pretend I'm throwing the roundhouse kick. There. But don't think of it as, it is a fake roundhouse kick, but don't even think about a roundhouse kick. Just know that it's a fake where you're just doing a big stomp. It's just step, step. You're just taking your rear side foot, doing a really dramatic way to step over here. That will signal to the person that they think a roundhouse kick is coming on that side. One more time, jab, cross, hook, step out a little bit, fake roundhouse kick, actual side kick, my left, jab out, get out of range. Everyone got it? Nice. All right, good, get set. So again, same thing, one round of that, you know, throw in anything else you want in between. A good thing to definitely do is be throwing jabs in between till you're ready to go. And go. I'll do it a couple times and then I'll watch for a minute. Nice. Looks good. Nice, okay. 50 straight punches, go. Elbows tight. Okay, so let me check the time. I think we have time for one more. Yeah, so one more. So this one is going to be similar to the first one with a small difference. So the first one, we did jab, cross, hook. We threw a side kick to set up a spinning kick. This time, we're going to throw a spinning kick to set up a side kick. So it's going to go jab, cross, hook. Now with this hook, I know I'm going to spin. So when I throw the hook, I step across a little bit. Jab, cross, hook. This hook is a bit of a fake. Jab, cross, hook. I throw the spinning kick, kick, and I'm gonna throw a second kick. Jab out. I'm still in my reverse stance, get back to my stance. So it's gonna be jab, cross, hook, spin, right, right, back, back out with a, you're gonna end up southpaw, back out with a southpaw jab. One more time, jab, cross, hook, but this hook is a fake. It could hit, but it's not a hook like that. I'm just using the hook to distract them as I step across. Spin, kick, step, kick, jab out of there, switch stance. Nice. Good. All right, so last round and go. If it helps you, keep going. If it helps you, I sometimes throw out some southpaw jabs in between the first kick and the second kick, just because it helps me with my balance for the second kick and distracts their eyes. You could try it. Nice. 50 punches. Go. When you're done, grab a spot for meditation. So you can close your eyes, take deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose, or through your mouth if you're still trying to catch your breath. Just trying to slow your breathing down, slow your mind down. And then you could try the breathing where you inhale for a set number of counts. You can decide what it is, but let's say it was 4. You would inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 8 counts. So any amount of counts that you want, just inhaling and holding for the same amount of counts, and then exhaling for twice as many. Then you could release that breathing if you'd like, and then just continue to breathe naturally, however your breath just naturally occurs, trying to keep your mind still and calm. If any thoughts come by, just letting them pass by, not getting involved, just letting them float past. So you can take 3 deep breaths in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Right, and then open your eyes when you're ready. We're gonna rub our palms together, generate some heat between our palms. And then rub back on our ears. Rub your hands together again. Now you're gonna rub the back of your neck. Good. Now clasp your hands. You're gonna twist at the waist, look back over, over one shoulder. Other shoulder. First shoulder. Second shoulder. Shh, not yet. Back to center. And then you can release your legs, rub your thighs, your whiny cat. Rub your shins, calves. Rub your feet. This freaking Thai cat is obsessed with working out. Other foot. Just play with me, play the game. All right, and that's it. Thank you guys so much. So happy to see you all. And Molly and I are gonna hang out for a second and talk business, so you could hang out, but we'll see you later.
Okay, thank you.
Jen wants to say
Bye.
yeah, you have to. Bye.
Next
See you later.
Kathy.
You want me to stay on?
You don't have to. We're just gonna make sure we're clear on what, here, I'll stop the thing.